Let me just go to a quick flashback. I was the youngest of 4 kids. I am the youngest of 4 kids, and a very happy family. And my parents got me everything I ever needed. And I was dancing all through. I was literally, and I was 5 years old when I ran to a dance class that was happening around the corner near our house, and I just enrolled myself. My mom used to be a dancer at her own time, and she had stopped after marriage, as was social customs those days. And so when I went and joined dance class, my mom was very pleased, and she said, "Oh, that's nice, good, good, keep dancing." And dance kept happening on and off, and education kept happening, and dance was never something that I really thought I would be doing for the rest of my life. It was not a plan, there was no agenda, there was no great ambition to, be on the stage or enthrall people or be consumed by an art like this. So it was just something that I just did for fun. And I graduated, I did my Arangetram, and that was a huge learning in hard work and dedication. Yes, whatever I did, I put my heart and soul into it, so I did my best, whatever that was. And before I knew it, I was swept off my feet by this dashing army man. He was our family friend for many years, so we'd known each other for very long, but we never thought we'd be married. And there we were, a short courtship, and we were married. And what was his first love? The army. Whoa, there starts my disappointment in life. So the army is no great friend to a wife because it takes the man completely. And our man was all OG, completely OG. And here I was, willing to do anything for him, give up anything for him. All I wanted to do was just be a good wife, good mom. And my mom was my role model because she was always there for us. So that's exactly what I wanted to do. So I really wasn't an empowered woman, so to say. I didn't have anything that I really wanted to pursue. I just wanted to keep a good family, right? So army taught me a lot of vagaries of life, the uncertainties that come with it, a lot of separation, a lot of single decisions that you have to take. Pretty much you're living on your own. But you have a husband. Thank God it was Vasant, and thank God we were so madly in love with each other that the marriage survived. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been easy to actually live through that. Anyway, 2 kids came along. I kept dancing all the while, and he was very, very particular that I pursue my passion. Though at that time, I didn't see that I would keep dancing for all my life. He said, "Come on, you have a talent like this, you just can't waste yourself. Wherever we go, you are dancing. Wherever we go, you are going to teach. You are going to carve out your own life, and just don't keep sitting there waiting for me. That's not going to happen." So I was like, "Oh, okay, fine, that's good. I'm going to do that." So everywhere from Kashmir to Wellington to Gujarat to Gangtok, wherever I was with him, I was teaching dance and I was performing. I was creating my own platforms because really a lot of people in the North India don't really understand what classical South Indian dance is all about. And I'm not trying to say anything offensive, but it's just the truth. So they were like, "Acha, theek hai, you can come and perform." And one of the, I wanted to perform like the Spikmeke does, and I wasn't enrolled with the Spikmeke at that time. And I wanted to reach out to school children, college children. So when I went and contacted the management, they said, "Actually, I'm not sure if our children will actually sit through a classical performance. I think you're really taking a risk." I said, "Just give me an opportunity and then we'll see how long your children will stay." Trust me, they all sat there for the good 1 hour that I performed, and they were eager to sit and ask me questions even after that. So there's a huge understanding amongst our managements, educational institutional managements, where they think that children today are not really bothered about the Indian roots, the Indian culture. They don't treasure it. That's totally wrong. We're giving them the wrong impression by saying, "That's not important, do your studies." Well, never mind. So that was dance. I kept dancing all along. And then I was here in Bangalore when Vasant was commanding his unit in Kashmir. And my worst nightmare came true. He passed on. So within a day, he was down here, and the funeral was happening. And what happened to me? I was actually in a trance. I was watching myself through that entire program. And what had happened to me? I had gotten into the witness mode, what we always do in dance. When you're performing, when you're practicing to perform, you visualize. It is a technique that is used by tennis players, chess players, everybody who has to perform. You go into a technique that's called visualization. You can watch yourself through the entire program. And that was happening to me in my darkest moment. I said, is this real, or am I insane, or is this something really going crazy? Now, this was real. I could tell myself that I was in the depths of it, and yet I was out of it. Now, where did this strength come from? I believe it was all my training in dance, that visualization, that technique, which helped me retain my sanity, pulled me out of the sorrow of the situation, and kept me kind of above it, floating in it, but not completely shattered. At least, I could recover after a point. So that's when I started realizing that dance was not just something I was doing for fun. It was actually an amazing life skill that I had gotten into my system even without realizing it. Well, then that was my channelization of my own personal energy, and I had to heal. I was healing through dance. The other thing that happened was my compassion for people like me in the same boat led me to create the foundation where I said we have to reach out to other families who are in the same boat. And my family and friends supported me through that entire thing. My basic, I'll really have to cut short because I'm running short of time. So my basic point was, I had seen rural India with Vasanth traveling around, and I saw that the label of widow is so heavy in India. It's a huge baggage. Come on, you could be a student, you could be a wife, you could be a teacher, you could be a dancer, you could be anything, you could be a widow. But it's not as simple as that. The social connotations of that label are just too much. Being from a family like I am, being from an urban setup, my social milieu being the way it is, I'm able to stand here today before all of you and talk like this. But not women in rural India. You won't believe it, the ladies I work with are still not allowed out of their kitchens. They are not allowed as part of auspicious functions in their own homes. Now, what are we talking about? So now I wanted to change that. I wanted to bring about that change in the social setup. And how does one start change? Change starts from us. The same person who wants to change has to first change their own perception. So we started working with these women to empower them to feel themselves, gain self-esteem and confidence, and realize who and what they were capable of doing. Yes, one huge role in their life of being wife was cut, but that's all right. To even just say that it's all right takes a lot for a rural setup, or even anybody, actually. So that was one of the things we started doing with the foundation. The other thing we started doing with the foundation was there's a lot of red tapeism and bureaucratic and even politics that comes into play, where the dues and entitlements of families of soldiers who are martyred in the service of the country is not given importance. So we said we need to take that up. You won't believe it, even till as recently as last month, to get my pension, I had to sign a form that said I wasn't remarried. What is their problem in giving me my husband's pension, which is my source of livelihood? And so what if I have found a new partner in life? What is wrong? But no, I have to prove that I am not remarried. Which country are we living in? What date are we? How archaic can we be? Now, well, so I give dance this entire credit of being my core and having given me the strength to question all these things. Dance actually, and theater, like Saad was mentioning, gives you the opportunity to live many lives and many lifetimes within one. So you put yourself in different shoes, and there your intellect actually gains by that whole psychological exercise. And that's probably what it did to me. While you can be, in reality, a pining heroine, longing for love, you can portray a woman who is blissfully together with her beloved. So that kind of liberty that dance gives a person does a lot to express emotions and keep them healthy and in the mind and in the heart. I will now perform a small song which will kind of put this whole idea of my dance as a tool, dance as a medium with the body as a tool to understand the macrocosm and connect it with the microcosm of the divinity within each one of us. This is a very old poem written by a Bhakti saint of the 12th century in Kannada, Akkamahadevi, and it says, Vanavella nive, everywhere it's you, and within me and within the tree, within the fragrance of the flower, within the wings of the bird, within the coolness of the water, everywhere it's you. Within the sweet nectar that the bees pull out of the flower, it's you. And yet, why don't I see your face? Vanavella nive, vanadolagina, taruvella nive, Channa Mallikarjuna, yenageke mukadora. Why don't you show me your face? Thank you.
Vanavella nive, vanadolagana deva taruvella nive. 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 ಕರುವಿನೊಳಗಾಡುವ ಖಗ ಮೃಗವೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವೇ ಕರುವಿನೊಳಗಾಡುವ ಖಗ ಮೃಗವೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವೇ ಚನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ಚನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ಸರ್ವಭರಿತನಾಗಿ ಚನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ಸರ್ವಭರಿತನಾಗಿ ನನಗೇಕೆ ಚನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ಸರ್ವಭರಿತನಾಗಿ ನನಗೇಕೆ ಮುಖದೋರ ಚನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ಸರ್ವಭರಿತನಾಗಿ ನನಗೇಕೆ ಮುಖದೋರ 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 ಆ
is dancing. Within the universe, the earth is dancing. Within the earth, every body is dancing. Within the body, every cell is dancing. And within every cell, love is dancing. Thank you.